last time on its basic man. Basic was playing Origins, trying to get to round 100. After he died at round 97, he did not back down, and he made it to round 100. At the end of the video, he then announced that he would be playing Shadows of Evil. With Basic being gone for a long 2 months, where has Basic been? That's the real question. In this video, we will show you how Basic got to round 100, or if he did. As I was on round 73, once again without quick revive, only Jug, Meal Kicks, Stamina Up, and Widow's Wine. You might be thinking, how am I gonna survive this? Well, I have the Apothecary Servant. What do you mean? Like it's literally invincible. So then you might be wondering, how did things go wrong? As it was round 73, I was trying to train the zombies. There was this tight spot that I could not get out of. Will I be able to make it out of this tight spot? We're about to find out. Will I be able to conquer Shadows of Evil once and for all as my next map on Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombies? Or will it be a failure like the Giant? Find out next time in the next video of its basic man. I'm not about to make everything dramatic again, so let's just go to the montage. It's finished. It's finished. I don't care. It's finished. $100 rounds. It's finished. Wow, clicking this. After about months, like after 2 months of trying, I have finally gotten to round 100 on Shadows of Evil. So after I did 100 on Origins, I decided to do Shadows of Evil next because it's a very easy map. You have the Apothecary, you have the sword, you have double pack, you have like a good training area or camping area. And I'm gonna explain to you why I didn't do the camping strat that most people do at Waterfront, where they just keep the door to Waterfront shut and they just take the train there instead. But before we get into that, I'm gonna explain the story a little bit. So after I got 100 on Origins, went over to Shadows because, you know, it's pretty easy. And I'm gonna admit, the first time it wasn't that good. I originally did the Waterfront strategy, and I gotta admit, it is very fast. It's a very fast strategy, but I just felt like it was way too hard learning. The training is super, like, it's not even really training really, because you kind of gotta you gotta dodge the zombies a little bit, but it's not really training. I wouldn't really call it that, because it's more like longer pace. I'd say like mini training, if you will. Anyway, it's not the whole thing is training. There's a bunch of things you have to do all at once. You have to put down the Apothecary, and if you're under 40, like around 40, you put down the trap. You gotta watch out for the meatballs so they don't break your shield, stuff like that. Just the main thing that I just didn't like about the strategy though is how hard it is to learn. I know it's like super fast, like you could probably get 100 in like 8 hours, 7 hours, but the strategy was just really hard to do compared to the other strategy I use. I would rather have the strategy for it to be longer than for it to be harder. Pause. For example, Origins. When I did Origins, I will admit, camping, I didn't really like it. I would rather do camping. Like, I remember I camped on Revelations and Horizon Draw. Like, the camping strategy is really easy. You can also train on both of those maps. But for Origins, it's different because in Origins, training is a lot more weird. Camping, I don't appreciate more because it just depletes a lot of your ammo and stuff, and I just couldn't get the hang of it. Like, I remember when I first did the strategy and I followed all the directions, I ran out of ammo on my ice staff by like 25. To be fair, I was using level 3 shots and I didn't really know how to use it until then. I'm not gonna bother to use this camping strategy again because I don't think it's good. The only time when I would ever use it if I'm playing like a duo game with someone. But either way, there's only one staff that works. All the other staffs really crash your game or just don't work. Anyway, the point is, I did use the training strategy because I found it more easier to do. All you have to do is just train the entire time. Like, it's not that hard. Obviously, it kind of is hard because, you know, the rounds get longer and it's way more boring. But I mean, I don't think it was that bad still because you're just training the entire time. After like around the 60s, like things aren't going to get much harder unless you're talking about like durability on shield and stuff. And of course, because there's more zombies to like destroy your shield and stuff like that. Anyways, back to the point. The camping strategy is so much more harder to do, but it's so much faster to do. The training strategy is so much easier to do, but it's so much longer to do. I would rather have for it to be longer, like I said, for it to be just like more easier, just because that's how I am. I have time, I can do it. That's why I really like Noct, because I will do Noct soon. I don't know when, like in the next 3 maps or something, so I guess I wouldn't say soon, but like that's what I like about Noct. I remember the first time I was playing it just for fun, you know, just like to relax, because there's not much in the map. There's really not. I remember I did Noct and I got to like 51 and I was like, wow, that was actually like really easy. I will do Noct like soon. I don't know when, but soon. And yes, I understand that like the map takes like 15 hours to do at the very minimum, but I honestly think I could do it. Anyway, Shadows of Evil. That's basically the reason why I did the training strategy, because, you know, it's just so much easier to do and I have time. If I were to recommend you what to do, I would just, to be honest, if you're like a skilled player, obviously do the camping strategy. It's much more faster. If you just want to do it faster, you're trying to go above 100, obviously do the camping strategy. But if like your deadline is just 100, then just do the training strategy probably. As long as you have like 10 hours to spare, because it took me, this is the longest map so far, and it took me like 11 hours to do. So yeah, it was a very long time. However, if you're trying to go like up to like 150, 115, 255, if you're really that skilled, then just do camping. Anyway, the gobblegums I recommend for classics on this map is In Plain Sight, Alchemical, Lucky Crit, because here's the problem. So Deadwire and Blast Furnace are very different because Deadwire has a faster recharge rate on the double pack, while Blast Furnace has a longer one. But I'd honestly say Blast Furnace is better because the thing with Deadwire is, since you have a specialist weapon, that being the sword upgraded, of course, you want to build up the meter by like how many kills you get. But the thing is, the kills you get with Deadwire do not apply to like how much meter you earn on the sword. So let's say, for example, if you have the Haymaker with Deadwire and you try and kill a zombie with it, it won't apply to the meter. So like if it double packs the zombie by killing him with Deadwire, it won't actually apply to the meter. You will need the sword. The sword gets you a bunch of kills. That's why Blast Furnace is really useful, because I don't believe Fireworks or Deadwire give you any meter on it. I'm not so sure about Turned and Thunderwall. That's why I recommend Blast Furnace and Lucky Crit, because Blast Furnace has a really slow recharge rate and Lucky Crit just gets rid of that, and like it's really good. In Plain Sight, of course, because if you're in like a really tight situation, Alchemical makes the game literally broken. You can spam the hell out of the Apothecon server. Everything else is really up to you. Don't really care. For Megas, I would just say Unquenchable maybe. You don't really need Perkaholic because there's not many that perks in Shadows of Evil. There's only about 7. The thing I like about the training strategy though, even if you have a horde on you, all you have to do is just like be really good at training, make sure they're far away from the shield, grab the shield, and then you can just go in the middle of the map. That's what I love about Shadows of Evil's training strategy, because this was also a problem in Origins. If my shield broke, I have to be a lot more cautious. However, with Shadows of Evil, it kind of just eliminates this, and it just makes the game a lot more easier. Training strategy. Where do you train? Because I haven't even explained where you train. Well, if you didn't pay attention to the video, you have to train canals just right by the Ruby Rabbit. However, there is one gate you have to keep shut, and that is the door that actually leads to the Ruby Rabbit, because if you do, then it messes up spawns and the strategy. I know it's like very tedious to like try and get back to the training spot, but it's just something you have to do. I did try training with the door open. Honestly, it wasn't even that much trouble for me, but just for your own safety, just keep the door shut. Margo rounds. Margo's like disrupt your training, and it's gonna make things a lot more hard. In order to deal with them, you have to make the civil protector damn thing. So after a Margo round is every 5 to 6 rounds as far as I know. So it's a lot more rewarding than like a Panzer round, because every Panzer round on Origins is at the very minimum 3. During a Margo round, you want to go outside like the Ruby Rabbit, so you have to basically take the long route. What I usually do is I throw Arnie's on the floor, and then I just wait for the Margo to come in, and then I put the silver protector down. Now, if that doesn't work and the silver protector isn't in the range of the Margo, which has happened to me a little bit, but as long as you have it in the same range, the Margo will get one tap by the silver protector. So if that doesn't work, you have to run all the way over to like the main area of the map where all the gates are, and just by the Galaga machine, there's another silver protector collar, and you just put that, and hopefully you don't mess up that time. Also, I highly recommend opening that door in the spawn area, and do not grab that max ammo. At least I'm hoping it's a max ammo, because it's happened where I just didn't get the max ammo, and that probably was the reason why the game lost. With all that being said, that's basically it about Shadows of Evil. I think in conclusion, this map is, in terms of like the 100 strategy, it's very easy. It definitely like top 3 easiest maps in the game. If you're trying to do 100s, then I would definitely recommend this map. The next map I plan on doing is the Giant. I cannot promise you that it will be anytime soon, however, because this map isn't the easiest. All that being said, that's basically about it. So yeah, see ya.